Good to have you. Welcome to the technical analysis of the Nigerian stock market. This is where we break down the numbers. We tell you entry and exit of various stocks that are listed in the Nigerian stock market. Okay, based on request, on the last video I uploaded, that was like a day ago, going to 2 days now. I got a comment. Someone was saying, "Great analysis. Could you analyze Tantalizer and his prospects?" So in this video I'll be doing an in-depth analysis on Tantalizer PLC. Like you all know, when you are trading, there are three types of analysis that you actually need to do before you can make a trading decision. We have technical analysis, we have fundamental analysis, and we have sentimental analysis. All these analysis I'm going to do on this particular stock, and I will show you if I'm going to make this decision, if I'm going to trade this particular stock, what are the things that I need to look at, and where are the entries and exit I'm going to place. Okay, I said, oh, I will do that soon. And I was saying, okay, if you read this comment, aside the fundamentals, what's the total volume of that stock? When we talk about the total volume, we are actually talking about the sentimental analysis. I want to know, okay, what's the volume of the sellers, what the volume of the buyers? Because at times when price is going up, and you check the volume. So I need to know, is it that a lot of people are interested, or is only one house, one trader that is actually pushing this price? So I need to know. So that's sentimental analysis. We need to conduct fundamental analysis, sentimental analysis, and also go and look at the chart and see where is the best price to enter and where is the best price to sell. And when I mean enter, where is the best price you can buy the stock, and where is the best price you can sell the stock. Okay, so this person now said, I bought large quantity at 6 naira 30 kobo. I don't really understand this, because this is 6 naira 30 kobo on the chart. I'm not seeing 6 naira 30 kobo for Tantalizer. Maybe it's another stock this person is talking about, and I'm thinking of selling now. Please, I look forward to hearing from you. All right, so that's the video I'm doing now. Let's first check the technical. I chose to do this video around this time because the market will open by 10 o'clock. Actually, the market has already opened. Pre-market opening has already opened since 9:30, but by 10 o'clock others will start matching. So I will now go into my account. I will show you the sentiment, okay, so that we know the buyers volume and all right, let's first look at Tantalizer. So like we do it in my mentorship group. Okay, and if you are not already a member of my mentorship group, I will drop the link where you can join the free mentorship class. That free mentorship class, I do it once in a month, and every first Sunday of the month by 8 p.m. that's when I host that program. And a lot of people, they've been coming and they've been benefiting from it. So if it's something that you like to also be a part of, yeah, so you can join the group. And I also want to invite you, because this edition, April edition, I'm bringing a stockbroker. Is a professional in this field, so he's going to tell us how they actually do this thing on the floor of the exchange. So how do they even make this decision? Me, I'm just a trader like you. I'm also an investor like you. But there are some people that is what they do for a living. That is, they wake up and for the whole week they are in the stock market. So I'm bringing this man. Is going to show us what they need to consider before making trading decisions. So this is the chart of Tantalizer. I'm looking at it on the 3 months chart. So on the 3 months chart, I can see that the last 3 months that closed is actually a strong bullish candle. So if you were a trader, for instance, and you wanted to actually buy this stock, you should have bought it around here. You can see this arrow. I know I've done the analysis on this particular stock before, but when I was doing the analysis, I was thinking price will just move from here. The price was here actually. Maybe we now stop here. But since that time, see where the price is. So let's now look at what are the possibilities. Okay, we now have 1 2 3 big candles. So if we are a member of my community, and the way I like to do it, there's what we call the most important candle, and the most important candle in this chart, on this chart, is actually this one, because this is the last candle that closed and is a bullish candle. So where's the opening? The opening is here on the 3 months, and where's the close? The close is here on the 3 months. So after doing that, what do? I step it down to the monthly. So on the monthly, you can see that there is a red candle. So in our analysis, we know that this is what? An opposite candle. Every time you see a green and a red candle, is an opposite candle. A green red is an opposite, then a red green is also an opposite. So when you have green red, it means that price moved from bullish to bearish. The bulls are the green, the bears are the red. So it moves from bullish to bearish. Let me start the analysis from here so that you can understand what is about to play out at this current price. So when you move, okay, I'll say this is actually green and this is red. So because this is green and red, and another thing I need to look at again, is the red candle a pullback candle? In this case, is a pullback candle. What do I mean? The high of the red did not go above the high of the green. So I will mark that level as my zone. Is a resistance zone. So that is the resistance zone. So here we have red and green, but in this red and green, let me delete this so that we can see it clearly. In this red and green, you can see that the low of this green and this red, they are almost, no, they are not even almost. When I look at it, I can see that the low here is 33 kobo. Here the low here is what? 32 kobo. So this low is lower than this low. So I will wait for another candle. When I have another candle now, another candle forms and is green. So I see red and green, and this is a pullback because it went higher. So I'll draw another level for that structure. That is the support zone. So in an uptrend, the job of a support is actually to take out a resistance. So if in this case, this support broke this resistance, making this a valid support. But because this resistance is broken, there is a law that we say when a resistance is broken, it turns to a support. And when a support is broken, it turns to a resistance. Assuming price came down lower here now, it will form something like this. And use this as a resistance and go down lower. But in this case, it formed a support. The support broke the resistance. How do we know that it has made it as a support? We saw a red candle, and we now saw a green candle that is higher than it. So this is now a support. We call it change of polarity. So support becomes resistance. Okay, so that's my support and resistance. Looking at overbought and oversold, it was oversold here, overbought here rather, came down, was relieved, came to overbought again. So even on the monthly chart, the price is still in an overbought region. So when price is in an overbought region, you actually hold that buy. You hold it because it can stay in that overbought region and continue to stay there, and price will continue to go higher until the price is relieved of an overbought condition. And when is the price relieved of overbought condition? When this RSI cross back into this 80 level. I'm using 80 here. So when the RSI value crosses below 80, currently RSI value is 84. You can see 84. So it has not crossed. So we continue to hold it. I hope we are following. But for what happened here now, price became red, became green, but this green was lower, and another green almost lower. So we are looking at here as the next level. So this is the pullback from here to here. Is actually the pullback for this down. So I'm looking at this price here for a support. for a support. So if you want to actually buy this stock, you are going to be looking at around 1 naira 16 kobo for a buy. Okay, so we now have a red candle, we have a red candle, green and red, which is a pullback. So if I'm going to draw a resistance zone there, it's going to be like this, the red and the green. So what's the market trying to do? Market wants to break into this resistance. And when is the candle going to close? By the end of March. So this candle is still forming, so you can still hold this price, hold this trade till end of March, because I'm looking at the monthly candle, monthly chart. Let me delete this. Okay, so for now this is more like a breakout. So if you have this stock, you hold it. This is not the time to sell, you hold it. And if you are afraid and you don't want to maybe lose what you have already made, sell part of it. So what do I mean? Maybe you have 100,000 naira worth of that stock, you can sell maybe 40,000 naira worth and keep the 50 and 60 and let it run, so that you will not miss out in the move. Okay, so that is that for the technical analysis. And if I want to use trend line, which I also like to teach and also use, trend line is you draw trend line for higher high. So I'm looking at the higher high. This high here is higher than this high, so I'm looking at this for a trend line, or I use the midpoint of that as a trend line. So when you are looking at trend line, you can see that market is already hitting the top of this trend line, so it's a good place to actually take part of your profit. And mind you, we already have a pullback candle and we have an opposite candle, which makes this level a strong resistance. But from here to here, I mark it as a zone until price closes back down into here. That is when you panic that, okay, maybe this thing wants to fall. But if price did not close back down into here, then you still ride it. It can continue to bounce off here, do something like this, do something like this, and continue to do. And if the momentum is strong, you can see this candle it can go and close even very high, this candle. But that has to be a strong momentum. Okay, that is that for technical analysis. And as you can see now, the stock has already gained 2% today, 2.39%. Okay, so the current price is actually at 3 naira now. So let me now go and show you another analysis that you need to pay attention to, which is the sentimental analysis. For sentimental analysis, I will need to log into my account. So for this, I'll open here. So I'll go and search for should be under equity board, equity, and we say Tantalizer. So for Tantalizer, when you open Tantalizer, okay, so this is sentimental analysis. I want to see who are the buyers, who are the seller. From here you can see that a lot of people wants to sell. 88% wants to sell, 10%, 10.46 wants to buy, 89 now 89.54 wants to sell. That means there is selling pressure. Another thing that you now need to look at again, the order. So what quantity are available? At 2 naira 67 kobo, we have 38,000 units of this stock at 2 naira 67 kobo. And at another price, that means the buyer, they want to buy at 2 naira 67, and the lowest seller wants to sell at 3 naira. So this order will not flow because this is not equal to this. Until this is equal to this, either the buyer wants to increase the price they want to buy, or the seller wants to reduce the price they want to sell. So they have to agree. Until they agree, there won't be any order. So this thing can stay like this and just stay like that if nobody is willing to compromise their price. So this is sentimental analysis. From here I can see that a lot of people wants to sell. But the lowest seller wants to sell at 3 naira. 3 naira, which is the current market price, but the buyer wants to buy at 2 naira 67 kobo. That is the highest buyer. Okay, so from here I already know that since the sellers are more, there is higher chances that the sellers will now start thinking, maybe the people that wants to sell at 3 naira 22 kobo now, they will now say, let me compromise my price and come and stay at 3 naira, or come and sell my own at 2 naira 90 kobo. So that's how it's going to look be. But what is the total volume available for sale? For sale, total volume available for sale is 3,447,000. Okay, then total volume available for buy is too even too small. This is 402,000. So here, and okay, let's do something again. From here, where do we have this total volume now? Where do we have it? Here. Even the 3 naira, the person that wants to sell at 3 naira has volume of 190 something. The person that wants to sell at, so this total order will fall in between 3 naira and 3 naira 4 kobo here. So from here to here, this order will be consumed. So all these ones now, they will just be waiting. So you understand how we use the sentimental analysis now. Then another one we need to know is we need to know the fundamental analysis. I will leave this link in the description. So the news that is really driving that particular stock, this is part of fundamentals. We need to know, okay, Tantalizer PLC embarked on blue economy expansion, acquires 10 trawlers and partners with US-based marine group. So this is really the news that the investors are seeing, and they are seeing possibility in that company. You can go and read. I will leave the link in the description. And that is just all. So looking at the fundamentals, looking at the technical, looking at the sentimental analysis, you can actually make your trading decision. So another thing that we will need to be aware of, let me show you. Looking for Tantalizer, let's say Tantalizer. So for Tantalizer, opening it now, when I open it, this is also fundamental analysis. I will now go, okay, let me see. I'm not looking at overview. I want to see dividend. Are they actually paying dividend? So this particular stock, they are not dividend paying stocks. So what you should do is you are only going to approach it for trading purposes. So just make capital gain. When you are satisfied with the capital appreciation that you have made, I think you can exit. But for this particular stock that I'm looking at, it's still good for a hold, so you can still hold it. But if you are afraid, because there's another part of analysis that we call emotional analysis. If you are not comfortable and you are feeling like maybe I want to lose something, sell part of it. So sell part of it, and that will give you like a confidence that okay, at least whatever happened is just part of my investment that is at risk in this particular stock. I hope this video helps you in the trading decision this week. Thank you all, and hope to see you again in my next video.